If any of your non-Cuber friends ever say this, they may actually achieve a GPA in the decimal places. Like, what do you mean solve 5 sides? It doesn't even work that way, as the pieces are linked together. This guy thinks he can use his brain to bend physics and mechanics just to come up with the stupidest question of all time. I mean, I wouldn't take anyone seriously if they had the nerve to say, is it possible to solve 5 sides? Now, this is a fair question. It even got me thinking about what Gan, Ki, and Moyu do to demand such high prices for their cubes. Like this one, and this one. Like a budget cube now costs $30. To be fair, it may just be because I'm broke. However, what these non-cubers don't understand is just like an iPhone or a laptop. It requires a lot of effort to make a product as simple as a SpeedCube. This is because you have to factor in things like research and development, marketing, testing and manufacturing costs, and not to mention employee salaries. Wow, this is straight ridiculous. It's like driving a car without proper maintenance. Imagine a SpeedCube. It's like a high-performance car. The cuber is the driver, the outer layers are the steering wheel, while the inner mechanisms are like the engine. If you're familiar with cars or have a liking for them, a car requires something called engine oil, so that the pistons and other metal elements within the engine stay lubricated, reduce friction, and minimize daily wear and tear. Likewise, a SpeedCube requires lube, short for lubricant, which helps the inner mechanisms not only to prevent wear and tear, but to also make it smooth and fast. You wish, bro. I mean, I would love to give a scrambled Rubik's Cube to an innocent 7-year-old and tell them that all you gotta do is spam RU moves and have a bit of patience, and the cube will eventually be solved. That just sounds like I'm gonna have such a good time watching. Seriously, for all the non-cubers out there who don't know for sure, there is no trick to solving a Rubik's Cube. Instead, it follows a systematic method where you solve a layer by layer. However, if you are a cuber, this is your side quest. Give a scrambled cube to a member in your family and tell them all you have to do is spam RU moves. Yeah, if you were a non-cuber, you would be absolutely astonished to know I've spent a total of 4 figures on speedcubing as a whole throughout my journey. Most cubers, however, would understand, from competition costs, timer and lube, and most importantly, actual twisty puzzles. Each dollar adds up pretty quickly. I mean, I bet some really loaded pro speedcuber has easily spent maybe $100k in his lifetime cubing. However, what these non-cubers must realize is that cubing is a relatively inexpensive hobby, especially when compared to activities like mountain biking, PC gaming, where a good machine would start on 1k. So, for a non-cuber to hear a whisper about the amount of money us cubers spent on a seemingly useless hobby would absolutely bamboozle them. This is the biggest thing that makes me upset. Like, if someone ever asks me this question, I'm immediately thrusting a cube into his hand saying, yeah, why don't you solve this thing? I mean, if you have no clue about cubing mechanics, kind of understandable why a non-cuber would think that. However, it is very similar to like asking how to solve 5 sides of a cube, except this version pisses me off 10 times more because it's such a common misconception where you need to educate them about the rules of speedcubing. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed my video, please come give my channel a subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.